Okay, so last class we were discussing about application. What is an application and what are the types of applications and what is the advantage? What are the advantages to have two different types of applications created for your business? Okay, and these points by this time every one of you should have a clear idea about. If you're not sure about what is this, maybe if you had not attended yesterday's session, then go through the video which we have provided to you. So if you did not receive the video, contact us on this number, our admin number 9652532753, and request them for yesterday's session video. They will be sharing you. మీరు ముందుకు రండి, లాస్ట్ రో మీరిద్దరు. Just wait a minute. Okay, so this is what about we had discussed yesterday. Now let's try to recollect what we had discussed. First thing is application. What we understood is application is set of functional components. Functionalities, that means functional components will be there inside an application. Functional components will be there inside an application. That is what we had discussed yesterday. Multiple different functionalities will be inside application. Okay, next. So whenever you are being given with a requirement, AC remote backward password. Whenever you are being given with a business requirement to create a business application, it is a best practice. It is not mandatory. It is a best practice that you create two different types of applications minimum. One is framework application, second one is implementation application. Coming to framework application, can someone please tell me what are the different functionalities that will be there in framework application? I'm not asking about functionality name. What type of functionalities you place in framework? Common functionalities. What are those? Common functionalities can be placed in framework, correct? Means which are common across different business lines. Now implementation application. What are the functionality types that you place in implementation application? Specific functionalities. Very specific functionalities specific to line of business. Specific to line of business. This type of functionalities you would be placing in implementation application. So framework application will have common functionalities. Implementation application is going to have specific function. This is the structural design that we are going to follow whenever we create application to have a strong foundation being built for our application development to process the business. What is the reason why it is a best practice to have a setup of your business application like a framework and implementation? What are the different advantages that you get? Yesterday we discussed about it. No redundancy means you don't need to recreate again and again the same component. Reusability, cost effective,
easy to extend the business process.
The most important thing is this one, easy to extend your business. Easy to extend the business. Okay, easy to maintain or not? Easy to. These are the advantages when you come across this one. Everyone clear? If you do not set up like this, no problem, your business will run, but expansion will be difficult. You need to recreate again and again from the scratch. That and all will be highly difficult for a business to run it pretty much plain. Okay, clear everyone? So this is what we had discussed so far till yesterday. So those who have missed yesterday's session, kindly go through our YouTube channel. There will be a video, you can see that. Okay, not every day video will be in YouTube. Only first 2-3 days, 4 days, like that. Next, let's continue with the document. Let me open the document which we have. Which one? Application. Everyone received this document yesterday on your WhatsApp. See, what would you be doing? We are sharing the documents on WhatsApp. That is only for first initial days. So probably today is the final day for making fees payment. After we create group, we will share these documents to your email. Even for today, if we are sharing on WhatsApp, forward from your WhatsApp to your email. Open in your laptop and go through it. That would be better. Okay. Opening directly in the WhatsApp or phone, the visibility will not be good. Okay. Anyhow, we will be sharing it on your personal email. So till what extent we have completed? Up to this, right? Up to here, correct? So for your information, there is a terminology that we're going to use while learning PEGA. Many times we say OOTB. The abbreviation of OOTB is out of the box. Abbreviation of OOTB is out of the box. Actual meaning of this statement is built-in or predefined. Built-in or, yesterday I told you, right? Ready-made. Same thing. Built-in or predefined or ready-made. It can be anything. See, there are so many functionalities that are already available, provided built-in in PEGA. These functionalities are called as OOTB functionalities. What do you call it? OOTB. Out of the box functionality. When I say out of the box functionality, which means that is already provided within PRBC. Understand everyone? When I say out of the box functionality, which means that it is already provided within PRBC. We discussed about send email notification, right? Send email notification is out of the box, meaning that this is already there in PRBC system. This terminology, when we come across, you should be able to understand going forward. That's why I was telling you, just for your information. See, you are going to create business applications on top of PEGA platform, correct? Whenever you create your business application, the application must be created on top of PEGA platform PRPC environment. Okay, I'll tell you. What are the default credentials to login? administrator@pega.com, password, install. Yesterday, at the very ending, we were discussing something like PEGA platform contains so many functionalities provided. From that statement, we have concluded one thing, that PEGA platform is not like a tool. It is also an application. PEGA platform is also an application, because at the very beginning, we discussed like application contains functionalities, correct? PEGA platform contains functionalities. Can I say PEGA platform also an application? Yes or no? Yes, PEGA platform is also an application. And in fact, framework application contains some common functionalities that can be used across different business lines, correct? PEGA platform also contains some functionalities which can be used commonly in different business applications. Yes or no? If you purchase PEGA platform for your banking business, so many functionalities are there. If you purchase PEGA platform for insurance application, so many functionalities are there. Like this, PEGA platform contains very common functionalities, generic functionalities that can be used across different business applications. So PEGA platform can be called as one framework application. PEGA platform is a framework application. Make sense? Clear? So if I am creating my application, my business related framework, that will be created on top of PEGA framework application. Understand? If I log into PEGA, just hold on a minute. Yeah. If I log into PEGA, okay, I would be able to access all its functionalities. See, functionalities must be there inside an application, correct? So when you log into PEGA by using default credentials, administrator@pega.com, password install. See, credentials will be there only for application, right? Gmail application, credentials are there. I mean, authenticated application I'm talking about. Facebook application, credentials are there. If you use Facebook credentials and login, you will be able to access functionalities of Facebook application. If you use credentials of your Google, and log into Gmail server, you will be able to access the functionalities of Gmail. Correct? Everyone clear? If I use credentials of PEGA and log into PEGA, I would be able to access PEGA application. Correct? Yes or no? In that, the default credentials provided administrator@pega.com and password is install. It is going to take you to PEGA platform application. What is the application loaded? You can see here on top left, every one of you. What is the application name? PEGA platform. That is being displayed in the UI, correct? Next, I will tell you one thing, just as an example. See, all of you are students here, correct? All of you have a name. All of you will be assigned with some IDs, student IDs. Out of these two, name and ID are both related to one person or not? One ID, one name for the same person. One ID, one name for second person, correct? Which one out of these two is very important to be considered in a system? You are in a system, education system, right? You are in an academic system, correct? You are in academy. Academy can recognize you by your name or by your ID. Which one is most essential thing? By ID, correct? Name is also there, but ID is important. ID is the actual name for you in a system. When you are there in a system, out of the system, name is okay. So a system can recognize anything by IDs. Then what about names? Labels, display purpose. Yes, for you see here, don't bother about navigations. Application. What is the application default credentials? PEGA platform. Open this. Don't bother about navigation. What I'm doing. You see ID, correct? Here is the place. ID. What is the ID? PEGA rules. 8 you can ignore. PEGA rules. Application display name is PEGA platform. What is the actual name in the backend? System can recognize by ID. For system, this application is PEGA rules. For us to read out, what is the name? PEGA platform. Can I change the ID anytime? IDs cannot be changed. Can we change names? Possibly yes. IDs cannot be changed. But names can be, display name can be changed. That is possible. Okay, so here, for everything that you see in PEGA, remember this. This is very common point. There are two things. One is ID, another one is label. ID is for system recognized. ID is the actual one. Name is just a label display purpose. Okay. So when we log into PRPC, PRPC takes you to an application called PEGA platform. PEGA platform application contains all the OOTB features. All the OOTB features are there in PEGA. In which application? PEGA platform. Everyone clear with this point? Online resources, everyone clear? Everyone online. This is the point I want to tell you finally. Application contains functionalities, all this you know. PEGA platform contains functionalities where? Should be there in application, right? That is in PEGA platform application. Already you are provided with an application called PEGA platform, correct? మీకు కనబడుతుందా? ఇంకా నేనేం యాక్సెస్ చేయట్లేదు. You are able to see, right? Already you purchased a license of PEGA platform as a business. Means you got one application by name PEGA platform. You are creating your own business application, correct? Where would you create that? On top of PEGA platform or not? For your own business, you are creating one framework that you create on top of PEGA platform. On top of your business framework, you create implementations. I'll show you diagram. Look at here. Further, the applications that we are going to create practically will be having this structure. Let me maximize this. We'll be having this particular structure. I'm sorry. What would be the structure? First, at the very bottom. At the very bottom, what will be there? Here you can see PEGA rules process commander. PRPC, PEGA platform application. Can I say PEGA platform is a framework? If that is a framework, framework 1. Okay. And your own insurance related or banking related or healthcare related framework, your own business related. Where are you creating that? On top of PEGA platform framework, correct? So framework 1, framework 2. Can I have framework 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Possible. It is possible, but we are not creating now. On top of your business framework, you are trying to create one or more specific line of business applications. Those are called as implementation applications. Everyone clear? So already PEGA platform is provided as a framework application. You already purchased a license for an application. Okay. So that application you installed in your system now. On top of this application, you are creating your own business framework plus your own business implementations. Understand what are we going to do now? Everyone clear? Online resources. What are we going to practically do? Maybe in some time today. Are you clear? What are we going to do diagrammatical? Are you clear? Out of these three layers, three levels, one level is already present. Which one? PEGA platform is already available, provided. That's what you purchased. Remaining two levels I am going to create. So whenever you create framework or implementation, both are applications ultimately, correct? You need to choose while creating. At the time of creating, you need to choose whether it has to act as a framework or whether it has to act as an implementation. That's in your hands. Based on your knowledge about the business, you need to choose. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. What is the reason to go with this structure? You are going with this structure, right? What is the reason? I'll explain you. Raman. Just give me 1 minute. Application. This one. I'll open this one. Just for your information, this will be again explained later in future. See here. Framework application, PEGA platform. Framework implementation. If this is the structure as you see in the diagram, your framework can access PEGA platform functionalities. Implementation can access functionalities of framework as well as PEGA platform. Means higher level in a stack like this. In a stack like this, little bit I will change. In a stack like this level can access the functionalities of this level, below level, as well as this bottom level. Second level is there, right? It can access the functionalities of PEGA platform. So PEGA platform functionalities can be accessed into your framework as well as implementation. Framework functionalities can be accessed into implementation. Can implementation functionalities will be accessible into framework? Reverse is not possible. I'll tell you about inheritance going forward. From diagram you try to understand. Bottom level will be accessible to from the diagram of stack. This is like a stack, books one on top of one another. These functionalities can be accessed at all levels above. Okay, just for your information, I'll come back to this again. See, we are going to have a hands-on of practical to see how to create an application and its login. First we create framework application, second we create implementation application. In order to create an application in PEGA, okay, PEGA provides a wizard. The wizard name is new application. What is the wizard name? New application is the wizard which you use in order to create a new application. That's it. But what are the different parameters? An application will have a name, yes or no? If you create application, it should have a name, yes or no? So name is one of the parameter. When you create application, you should provide some name. And structure or type, you can say anything. What is this? I explained few minutes back. What is this? I'm saying type of application. What are the types
Framework or implementation.
Framework or you would provide a name to the application. You would tell the process commander, choose an option, whether it is framework or whether it is implementation. These two, everyone clear? If you create application, how do you access application inside? You need to log in or not? You need to provide login ID, password. Create login ID, yes or no? Obviously password will come. For your application specific, you should have one name, you should have it as a type, and login ID, password. At the time of creating application, these are the parameters we need to keep in mind. at the very beginning. That is name of the application, structure of the application, login ID, and password it will generate. You provide login ID, it will generate the password. Apart from these three, another important parameter is there. Organization. I'll explain you high level now and start practical. Again, I'll come back and explain about organization after some time. So in this world, for every business is going to set up as an organization. Yes or no? Every business that you see in this world, that is an organization or not? So tell me some of the organization names that you are aware of. Organization means it's a entity, business entity. Organization is the top level business entity. What is organization? Organization is top level business entity. You tell me one of the organization that you are aware of. Anyone? Few names.
Tata.
Reliance.
Tata Industries is an organization. Reliance Industries is an organization. Tata Group, sorry. Tata Group is an organization. Reliance Industries is an organization. What else? Adani Group is an organization. Tesla. I'm not pretty much sure what is organization. Maybe Tesla, top level. Alphabet is there. Meta is there. Okay, these are all organizations. Every organization may have different divisions. You take Tata Group and tell me the divisions of Tata Group, if you are aware of. Tata Consultancy
TCS.
Services is one division.
Tanish.
Tata Power is a division. Tata Motors is a division.
Tata Motor.
Tata Steel is a division. All these are different divisions. Each division may have units. Each division may have different units. Okay, I will explain about the structure later. First thing is, if you are creating your business, you need to set up an organization first. Register your organization name, correct? Okay. So whenever you create your business application, you need to mention the name of the application, login ID, structure, and name of the organization. Name of the organization. I'll explain about organization structure later. But as of now, what is the fourth parameter that we need to come across? That we have to provide organization name. Organization is what? Top level business entity for you as of now. Okay. I'll ask you one question. Tata Steel, Tata Motors, Tata Consultancy Services, all comes under same organization or different organizations? Same organization. Usually, the practical world. Usually, there will be a unique organization, correct? You want to set up one more and have different divisions, that's a different case. But usually, for different divisions connected to same organization, correct? Same way, for framework application, for implementation application, it is a best practice to have same organization. We follow the same. Okay. If I am creating framework, when I am creating implementation, both times I would be using same organization name. That is a practice to be followed. So 4 parameters to be considered while you are creating new application: application name, application type, application login, and organization name. So you are going to learn about just navigations. That's it. Technically, I am not going to explain anything now. After navigations are done, practical is done, we will discuss about technical reasons behind this particular functional components. Everyone clear? So you are going to go through the hands-on now to see how to create a new business application. First application is framework type. Second application is implementation. But remember, at the time of creating framework, you are going to create on top of what? PEGA platform. At the time of creating implementation, you are going to create on top of framework. Everyone clear about what are we going to do now? Every one of you. Respond on the charting window, say yes. Okay. So you are learning the navigations now. See, at the time of practicals, I will be telling you about the business requirement. The business requirement, you have to draft it in your notes. And students who are sitting online, you need to do this. You have to create a Word document on your system, Write all the business requirements in Word document day by day. Everyone write down. So there will be a heading of subject of what are you going to work on plus business requirement. For today, if you don't have, tomorrow onwards you start writing. Working with, I will not write business requirements in the documents. Remember, that's why I asked you to write. I will never write business requirement, only for first 1 or 2 days I'll write. Going forward, the document will have only practical design of requirement implementation. I'll not write any time. Working with creating new application. Creating new application. This is what we are going to do now. So we're going to do what? Creating new application. Your batch is 600. PEGA batch 600. So your practical document that I'm going to share you every day will have this naming convention. PEGA 9 a.m. right? You are 9 a.m. What is this? November? November 01 2022. This would be the naming convention. Working with creating new application. First I'm going to do what? Creating framework application. Creating framework application. This is what I'm going to do. Write down the requirement. What are the, so we are going to work on creating insurance application. Give me a minute. List of insurance companies in USA. Let's take a list of insurance companies in USA. Symmetra. Okay, I'll take Symmetra. That's a life insurance. That's okay, no problem. So here you go. Write down. Create a new framework application. Create a new framework application by name. Create a new framework application. Process insurance policies. Create a new framework application. Everyone write down. Requirement is create a new framework application to process insurance policies. Insurance policies for the client. What is the client? Symmetra. I have written spelling like this. That is fair. Okay, for the client, Symmetra. Make sense, everyone? Okay, that's it. You don't need to write further. You need to write only subject line of what is the topic that we are going to work on and requirement on that, and stop it. Remaining things you don't need to write. Follow the document. Every day same thing. What is the subject that we are going to learn? Subject related requirement. Subject. So when you open your notebook, finally all requirements, topic requirement, like that, you will have everything at one place. Now new application, you don't need to write this. New application, I'll write down like this. Design. New application can be created. Okay, I'll write down this way. An application can be created by using new application wizard. While creating application, we need to pass below parameters. First one, application name. Second one, application type. Third one, login organization name. Let's say organization name. Fourth one, login ID. That is what you call it as operator ID, correct? Operator ID. So after the wizard completes, it's completed, all the above four will get created. Means application will get created, all the above four done. Application will get created and organization will get created, and login ID will get created. Login ID, comma, password. All this will get created. Type of the application, it will be applied. Okay. So let's use the wizard now. Let's use the wizard. So in order to log into PEGA, you need to use default credentials. Log into PRPC using default credentials. You know about the default credentials? Administrator@pega.com. What is password? Install. All lowercase, right? So do I need to say that all lowercase and all? I think by this time you might have accessed it, correct? Now I'll go slowly. Navigations. Please see here. If there is any issue in the navigation, let me know online. Unmute and let me know. You log into PRPC by using default credentials. I'm sorry. I'll show you now one by one. Probably we'll create only framework application today or what? Administrator@pega.com. Password is install. Login. This is step 1 you are doing. I don't want to save this. Once you log in, this is the screen you would be getting. See, if there is any issue loading your screens and all, if you're trying in Chrome, if you have tried in Chrome, try in Firefox. Okay, and vice versa. So there may be some UI issues in browsers. If not, Chrome is not properly responding, go with Firefox browser and see, and then get back to me. On the top left, you see here, application, PEGA platform. You need to mute always, please. So you need to click on this. This is called as application menu. What is this called as? Application menu. Here is an option to choose new application. Okay. On top left, click on application menu. What is that application menu? PEGA platform. Okay. Then choose what? New application. Choose new application. This is what you have to do. Everyone clear so far? I'm choosing new application now. I'm going to choose what? The moment you choose new application, it is going to load a screen asking you, how do you want to proceed to create? Build from scratch means create it on top of PEGA. Build from scratch means build from scratch mean scratch means what? Create application on top of PEGA platform application. Your application diagrammatically I have shown you, right? You are trying to create framework, create it on top of PEGA platform. Choosing the option build from scratch creates your application on top of PEGA platform. Suppose you see another application is there, Bajaj. If I click on this, my application will be created on top of Bajaj. If I click on this, my application will be created on top of Signa. If I click on this, my application will be created on top of LIC. But I don't want to create on any of this. I want to create on top of PEGA platform. So what is the option? Build from scratch. Clear everyone? Build from scratch means you are creating scratch from the beginning using PEGA platform. Your application will be created on top of PEGA platform. Click on build from scratch. You clicked on it. When you click on it, these are the two things you see. Cosmos traditional architecture, Cosmos React. Cosmos React using React.js means maybe user interface a little bit better. But one thing is, starting from 8.7 version, this is the first version of React they have used. First time. There are so many issues. We have already tried it. So many issues still they have to fix. Better not to go with this. Go with traditional. Okay. Click on theme Cosmos traditional. Click on theme Cosmos traditional. What will be there inside? You'll be seeing it when you go inside. Means later while practically working on. What is the next screen? Name your application. You can provide a meaningful name. Symmetra Insurance Group. Let's say Symmetra. That is the name of the framework application I have provided. After this, click on advanced configuration. Click on. See, I have provided name of the application. Here I have a facility to proceed forward by creating application, but I am not doing that. I'm going to do what? Click on advanced configuration to see different options to explain you and also to choose advanced configuration. I clicked on, I got a pop-up window. Everyone following closely? All of you online. You can also try in Edge, no problem. See here, by default, you can see what is the application structure. By default, PEGA has chosen implementation, but I don't want it. What is the application structure I want? By default, PEGA has chosen implementation. I will write down IMPL, stands for every time writing implementation will be difficult. By default, PEGA has chosen implementation application type, but we want to create FW application, correct? Let's change it. Let's change it. I'm going to do that. Choose framework. See, if I give a screenshot with highlighting means we have touched that option. Okay, at the time of practice, it will be easy for you to understand. Next, see application ID. I told you, right? Application name, application ID. Symmetra I from Symmetra Insurance Group. It has taken only Symmetra I and chosen the application ID. Display, it will display like Symmetra Insurance Group, but for the system, Symmetra I is the application name, just for your information. You see here, organization name, this is important. PEGA has chosen, PEGA has generated a random name. What is that? A random name for organization, but we want a meaningful name. Meaningful name. Student, look at here now. I'm sorry. Meaningful name we want. Let's change it. See, do we have any organization created for Symmetra so far? No. So this is the first time we are going to do it. So we will enter the name, remove it. Already provided organizations are there, but I will create my own. SYMETRA. I have given 7 characters. Tab out. See, this is display name. This is actual name. How many characters PEGA has chosen for actual name? 4 only it has taken. It can be changed to 5, 6. I'm typing 7 also. What is happening? So organization name, PEGA restrict you to give maximum of how many characters? 6 characters. But by default, how many it has chosen? 4. Keep it 4. That is pretty much fair enough. No problem. SYME. That is the actual name. Leave. Remaining parameters I am not talking about. Means I will tell you later. Only we have discussed about application structure. We have discussed about organization name. Nothing else we have discussed. Correct? So that's why I told you only about those two. Click on save. Click on what? So coming to advanced configuration. Okay, beginning from new application. I have gone through new application wizard. I have chosen the option of build from scratch. I'm saying the process commander that create the application on top of PEGA platform. And I have provided application name, and I have chosen application type as framework, and organization name, a meaningful name I have given instead of random name, SYME. That is the only thing you need to remember. Don't remember Symmetra. SYME and save. Back to the same screen where you clicked on advanced configuration. You want to go back and verify whether the changes are there or not there. Just check once again. There, changes done. Okay, now click on create application. Now do what? Click on create application. Tell me what else it will create. It will create application. It will create SYME organization. It will ask you to provide operator ID. You will provide that. Okay, look at here. See, this create application, once you click, for me it may take 2 minutes or 3 minutes, even less than that. For you it may take even 10 minutes for the first time. Don't worry about it, keep it as it is. Second time you create, it will not take more than 5 minutes. Going forward, it will take only 2 to 3 minutes, 1 minute. See, it has to create a lot of cache. When cache is created, cache memory, it will speed up. That's why I told you, for first 1 week, irrespective of your RAM size, you may find PRPC slowness, little bit of, maybe there. Done, completed. Do what now? It is asking, okay, your application is created. Congratulations. But you need a login ID to log into PEGA, right? Your application specifically. What is the ID that you wanted to provide? ID means user, some user ID. Usually it is asking, it's by email address format. It's up to you whether you provide or not, but I'll provide like this. This is a framework application, right? What is the application name? Symmetra, right? SYME, Symmetra, FW at the rate, I'm sorry, otherwise I'll give like this. Developer operator ID. I want to create developer because we are going to work as a developer. Developer operator ID for framework application at the rate my company, syme.com. This email ID need not to be existing. Okay, but I am giving in a format which is meaningful to understand for me. Looking at the ID, I can say this is framework related ID. How come? In the name I have given FW. Is it mandatory to give FW? No, not mandatory, but I am giving it meaningfully to understand ID is related to some framework application. Which framework application it is related to? Symmetra from SYME domain, you can say. And this is developer or manager or user. How can I say? Developer. That is also meaningfully I have provided. By ID, as I have provided, dev system will not consider it as a developer. System will consider this as a developer based on other factors I will tell you later. So, but to make a better sense for my mind, I have given this. You can give anything of your wish. Please mute kindly. Okay, now you click on add. Click on add. Okay, I will click on add. So application is created. Now login ID for the application is getting created. Add. Once you click on add, this ID should get created. See, at the time of practicing, you need to follow the documents closely. Okay, don't do it by yourself without looking into documents at the very beginning stages. Copy this login ID and password into a notepad. Save on your desktop. Save on your desktop. Make sure you do it. Otherwise, if you don't copy, you'll forget. If you forget, you don't know how to change it. Anyhow, I'll be sending one document today. How to change the password of an operator if you forget it. I don't need to explain you the steps. If you go through document blindly, you'll be able to do it. Suppose if you forget to save this. What is our application? Symmetra app credentials. I'm saving it on my desktop for future reference. Okay, I saved it. So click on done. Don't log off. I'm writing it. Don't log off. Because you log off and you do something else. This is completed. Click on done. You will see this screen. After you click on done, what do you see? Completed. So being in the same login, like admin login, create implementation application on top of above FW application. Everyone clear? Being in same login, create implementation application on top of above framework application. Now what are we going to do? Creating implementation application on top of framework application. Write down requirement. Creating implementation application. Put the heading creating implementation application. Create an implementation application. Create an implementation application on top of Symmetra insurance group. On top of Symmetra insurance group FW application. Create an implementation application on top of Symmetra insurance group FW application. This implementation application is to process auto insurance policies. Do what? Specifically auto. I can have one more implementation which will process health insurance. Okay, See, auto insurance also you can have different types of auto insurance. Yes or no? Auto insurance for personal vehicle, auto insurance for commercial vehicle, auto insurance for heavy trucks. Like this, there can be different auto insurances, right? So as of now, we are going to go with auto insurance. This one. This is the requirement. Everyone done? We have 15 more minutes. We can slowly navigate through and finish this. Two requirements. One is framework application requirement. Second one is implementation application requirement. Everyone clear? Just look at here on the screen. Whether it is implementation or framework, navigation is same. Now you can tell me the navigations. Go to PEGA platform and choose new application. Do I need to write in detail like before? No. PEGA platform, new application. Make sense? This is the navigation. Okay, new application I have chosen. As usual, you need to tell me now. Just have a look at here closely. I will show you entire screen. Okay, scroll down. You have build from scratch option. You have Symmetra insurance group option. Which one I have to click on?
Symmetra Insurance Group.
Insurance group option.
Symmetra insurance group. Then implementation application will get created on top of FW application. Suppose if I click on build from scratch, then again your implementation will be created on top of PEGA platform, which I am not expecting. I'm expecting to do this way. So I will click on this. See, during creation of implementation application, you will come across 2 or 3 different screens which you have not seen before. All the 3 screens will pass on ignoring, which we will do later in the future. So I'm clicking on Symmetra Insurance. This screen was not there before. See here, it says build with Symmetra Insurance Group, meaning that it is asking for confirmation. Do you want to proceed creating your application on top of Symmetra Insurance Group, or go back and choose different application? Which one I wanted to do? Build with Symmetra. Click on build with Symmetra application, because I want to proceed with this, correct? I'm going to click on that. So once you click on that, it will take you to a place where it is asking for case types. You don't know what is a case type now. Case type, next screen will be data type. That's what I told you. 3 screens you will come across, nothing to do, pass on. Just clicking on next. Continue. Again do what? Continue. Okay, this from this screen onwards you'll come to know about everything. Now new application. What is the name? Symmetra Auto Insurance, correct? Symmetra, yes or no? Symmetra Auto Insurance. Next to do what? Advanced configuration. As usual process. By default, application type is implemented. Just you need to have a look at the time while. The same I am expecting. That's okay. Keep it as it is. But PEGA has generated a door closing. Just give me a minute. Possibly you close the door. PEGA has generated a random name for the organization, but we want to use the same organization for FW and IMPL. While creating FW application, PEGA has created an organization by name. What is the name of the organization? No, SYME. What is the name? So let's choose it. Previously I typed. That time it was not there. By this time it should be there. Look at here now closely. In PRPC environment, if you see a text box with a thick blue color dot at the right bottom corner, that is a drop down. Okay. To populate the values of the drop down, place your cursor there and then click the down arrow on your keyboard. You need to click the down arrow. When you place cursor and click the down arrow on your keyboard, it will show all available organizations in this drop down. But the one I want to choose is Symmetra. Why Symmetra? Display name. Display name, actual name is what? SYME only coming. Okay, you choose it from the drop down. So I want to make sure to show you a drop down of values, out of which you choose what? Symmetra. So I'm choosing Symmetra and SYME is the actual name. Okay, I'm highlighting. Remaining parameters I am not touching. What did you do now? You are trying to create an application and you provided application name. You have chosen application type as implementation and you are trying to create your implementation application from the same organization of your framework. That is SYME. Make sense? You can have a different one, but is that the right way of designing your business? That's a wrong approach. Okay, click on save. Click on save. Let me click on save. Back to the screen. Now do what? Create application. Again, it may take 2 or 3 minutes or 5 minutes. I clicked on create application. It is running. Just wait here. Okay, now for framework application we have a login ID, right? Can I use same login for implementation also? Usually, and generally if you see one login for more than one application, usually possible or not? Same login you use for Gmail, same login you use for YouTube, same login you use for Google Drive, correct? Usually it is possible. I can do that, but I'm not doing it. I will use different credentials for implementation. That is developer operator ID for my implementation application of Symmetra, syme.com. Correct? So developer operator ID for my implementation application of Symmetra. Click on add. Click on add. Add. Once you click on add, what do you do now? That red color message you can ignore. That's not need to be bothered. Copy these credentials into the notepad. Keep it with you. Okay, and this is done. Where is it? Sorry. Now click on done. Do what? Log off. We got our applications, our IDs, everything correct. So I can log off. Done. Now can I log into my own applications? Now we can log in to our implementation, FW applications using the respective credentials. I have saved it into notepad, correct? Because I'll forget. The passwords is not easy to remember, auto generated. So log into implementation application first. Log into implementation application. I know the username, but password I will copy from notepad. Make sure you don't copy any spaces and all. devimpl@syme.com, right? devimpl@syme.com, and here password. I cannot show you the password because it will show mask it. Now login. On click of login, it would prompt for change password. Correct. Change password. This is the reason why I told you you don't remember, you have to copy it. Change password. It will ask. Just wait. Now it will ask you what is the old password. During this time, it will ask old password. The document which I am going to share you how to change password if you forget, that will not ask you old password because you forgot old password. That's why you are doing it, right? I mean like other navigation. Now I'll copy this password What is the new password? I always give rules, RULES. It is up to you at the time of while you are practicing. Better you use a password which you don't forget. Don't make it too complex. RULES, very simple. Okay, say okay. That pop-up and all you may or may not get. That is my browser settings. So once you log in, it will take you to log in with changing password. App Studio, right? I think it is taking time to load. Wait on it. It will load. Loaded. You see something like this. But this is App Studio. I'll tell you about this studios later. But we have to actually go to Dev Studio. On top left, click on App Studio. Choose Dev Studio. Dev stands for development. So I am going to go to Development Studio. For an application developer, Development Studio will have full access to everything. Developer Studio will have full access to everything. You don't need to wait for it to get loaded. You can close it. That's not a big deal. This is where you are. Okay. Now on the left panel here, you click on App Explorer and stop. Nothing to do further. I'll tell you later. On left panel, click App Explorer. Done. Completed. Further explanation I'll give you later. Same way, can I log into framework application also? Similarly, do what? We can log into FW application as well. Should I give the screenshots, everything? Is it required? No need, right? You know how to log in, how to do and all. You do it because this login devfw@syme.com. I will log in just, but I'll not give the screenshots, everything. I mean, like, I'll give login screen, and once I go inside, I'll give that screen. Change password and all. You know, definitely you'll be getting it. New password here also I'm giving rules. It's your wish what password you will be using. Okay, it's up to you. Here also same thing, right? It is taking you to App Studio, where you need to head to Developer Studio. Okay, let it get loaded. Developer Studio. I'm just giving the screenshot of Dev Studio and App Explorer, correct? Same. App Explorer, done. Just I made sure that I'm able to log into both of this. I have my own password that is being given apart from the auto-generated changed. Okay, so today you have learned just navigations of how to create application, but at the time of navigating you have a clear information about where to choose the application type and what to provide the organization name for implementation. In case of framework, as per your requirement, you write it. But in case of implementation, you don't write. You are going to choose it. Because already at the time of creating framework, organization created or not. Okay. So that's it from my end about the practical. And so every one of you, this one I am not sure whether my team will handle everything. They upload or not, their wish. They will upload for 2-3 classes, and rest of the classes they will send it. By the time batch forms, once it is done, they will start sending on separately, separate access, separate drive access. Till then, I think they will upload on YouTube. Today, I think they will upload. And all of you should have done with your installation process by this time. Still, anyone is there who are yet to do the installation of PEGA? Anyone out there? You are attending from past 4 days? No, right? So you talk to our admin team, get the details about that software download and all, or you can bring your laptop or pen drive, get a copy of the software, follow the YouTube video and finish your installation process. And online also, you must be completing that, finishing that. If you face any error, mostly 99% of the people, whoever fails in the failure, they get an issue of unable to connect to database. The reason simple, they don't follow the steps provided. I can't say anything other than this. I'm pretty much sure. Maybe one person out of n will be facing a real issue, even though following all the steps, but everyone, they don't follow. Because if it is failing for you, how come it is happening for us? Because you did not follow one or other steps. Take your time, slowly go through the video and follow each and every step closely. Follow it and do it. It will be done successfully without any issue. Okay, so anyone who is pending with installation, if there is a failure, that failure screenshot, don't go to logs and all. Failure screenshot, you have to share it on our admin number. They will connect to you and help you. Offline, you can bring your laptop if there is a failure. Without trying installation, don't come back to us. Okay, you try, you fail, again follow the video, try again, fail, not possible, then come back to us. Okay, still how many of you are pending online? What is being faster? Practically, you find it is being faster. I think I went ahead with the normal place. That's okay, we can slow down, that's not a big deal. Maybe it is for the first time. Okay, for some people maybe. Okay, we'll go slow. And what is that? Installation pending, only two. And online, how many of you are pending? Please complete your installation process today itself. Reach out to us on this number for installation instructions, 965253. For this, on this number you can reach out for installation instructions. They will send you the details. Download and install. Okay, finish installation process at any cost by today. Don't come back next Monday and request for installation and all. Okay, because those whoever is attending from day one, you must have done by this time. Those who have attended today, yesterday, maybe you are pending, you should be able to do by yourself. Finish it at any cost. Follow that video that they are going to share you. And also the fees payments have to be done by today. Worst case will be tomorrow. After tomorrow, meeting link will be changed and people who are not yet done will not be allowed. Okay, we'll give 3 days time that we have told already. We have already given 3 days time. Yesterday, today, 2 days, 2 more days, Wednesday. Okay, not more than that. You can wind up for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining.